When we start to short, we start to crave. Oh, I pray the Lord to free me.
All right, guys, this piece was a real pain in the butt, and this is not the piece you want to have a problem with, because if you screw up this thread, ruining the threads because you're trying to get this thing into this and it's just not going in properly, then this seat is going to keep sliding back and forth. You're going to have a big problem. So what I recommend is, before you just try putting this thing together like this, separate it, and in your hands try to tighten this into this piece. Find the thread and find it very carefully, and then once you find the thread and you thread this all the way through this piece so that it's had a couple of tries to kind of, like, I don't know, let's call it warm up, then go ahead and try inside the bike. But I do not recommend just going at this cold. I recommend trying to put this together outside of this assembly first, And really be careful, because this thing has a tendency to have the threads get all screwed up, so be very careful.
If you're sure, never follow, I'll be still around. Feel the floor right now, and I'm still going down. Keep my story so my pride and tears.
Wow, you're working really hard on that thing.
Yeah, this thing is kicking my butt.
Wow, what is it?
This is a Speediance, just like the Gym Monster, you know, the Gym Monster machine I use. This is a Speediance bike. It's a smart bike. It's called Velonix, and it's like an interactive bike, basically. So like you're getting an outdoor experience inside.
That's really cool.
It's incredible, actually. I only got it a few days ago, but I've been using it every single day. I'm having it's really motivating, because I'm actually breaking records on this machine. So like I'm the top record for this particular, if you take a look, it'll show you Ning over here, he's on top. But that's only because they're not showing my record, which is higher than his. And so I'm going periodically to different stages and trying to break records. It's really motivating, because it's like, gives you a goal, you know what I mean?
That's great.
Yeah. It's pretty amazing so far. I love that it's interactive. I love that you can feel like you're outside. It feels like a real bike. And it's one of the coolest things so far is I love the fact that the flywheel is inside the bike. Normally, you know, you see the gears on the outside of a bike. These are inside, so I don't have to worry about getting caught up on it. I can just hop on and off this thing. Super easy. It's nice. So it's tracking my distance, it's tracking my time, tracking my calories burned. In this particular mode where I'm using a real landscape, this is an actual landscape that exists, where the gradient changes on its own. I can't change the gradient in this. But if you go into a free mode where you're just riding around in a virtual world, you can change the gradients, which is great. You can change the gears on the bike. So for example, right now I'm on 1.54 gear, but you can go, I think it goes up to like 13. Don't quote me on that, but I think it's like 13 or 14 gears, which is extremely high. So it allows you a really large range that you can use when you get hit with different gradients. So for example, right now I'm on gradient 0. So it's like a neutral gradient. It's just flat land. So I can go real high with the gear to build up a lot of speed and a lot of power, because it's not too challenging. But as soon as that gradient goes higher, 1%, 2%, 3%, 4%, I have a whole bunch of gears that I can go down to in order to make it easier for my legs and my cardiovascular system. So like -1 gear is below neutral. I'm going down a slight incline right now, decline. I'm gonna bring it up. I'm gonna bring those gears up. Build up more power. You can see I'm in the red on this. Right here where my finger is, it's showing me the colors that correspond with this. So it tells you your calories that you're burning, the percentage of power output, and all that stuff. Whew, it's killing me. I was on this thing for almost an hour the other day, and if you were to ask me how long I was on it, I would have said 15 minutes, because the thing is just so interactive. One of my favorite things about this bike actually is the fact that you can just watch YouTube on this. So I'll be on the bike, doing my thing, watching YouTube, and I feel like I'm multitasking. So it's really engaging, really entertaining. It's a lot of fun. So like I mentioned before, if you come over here, you can take a look. You click exit. It's okay, I'll come back to it later. It gives you a breakdown of all of your calories burned, the duration, the distance, and all that. It actually saves your stats, which is fantastic. you can take a look at all this detailed information. It's really fantastic. Now if we go back again, now see this says I burn 188 calories in total. But if you come back here, go to the main page, and you go to here, let me just show you, this is so cool. You go to your stats, training stats. It's gonna show me, well, typically, if I trained on my Gym Monster, it's gonna show me my total combined calories with this machine and the Gym Monster. So when I hopped on here yesterday, I burned 400 calories. I expected to see 400 here, but it was like 800. That's because I burned 400 calories on my Gym Monster earlier that day, and because it's under my Joey B account, it implements all the calories that were burned. I didn't go on the Gym Monster today, so that's why it's not showing that. But back to what you asked about free mode, you go to the home button, and you can go to, where's free ride? Right here. And so you can just chill in this. And when you're inside this, not only can you choose the gears, but you can choose the gradient. So you can see I'm making the gradient higher, so now I'm making myself go up a hill. And they got some sick music on here too, if you just turn the sound on. Speakers are great on this thing. Really good bass. Really good music selection, keeps you motivated. So it's a lot of fun.
That's great. Are there any classes?
They do have classes. I haven't booked any classes yet, but like if you leave here, let me see. If you leave here, and let's say for example you click over here, it's gonna say, would you like to, it's coming up, internet's a little bit slow. But would you like to book a class, or would you like to just start training? I've never booked a class yet, but when you click on book a class, it gives you dates. So I'm assuming you're biking with other people and you can race them. That's what I'm assuming. I'll have to do that in the future to see what that's like. They have a subscription model for this, and then you also have a non-subscription model. There's like a pro version and then a not pro version. So for example, if you look here, it says pro, pro, pro. These are for cycling basics classes, but this one doesn't say pro. So you're getting a non-pro option, which I love about Speediance, because even with the Gym Monster, you can buy a machine and you don't need to spend money. They give you all this for free. This is pro, so you won't be able to get that unless you're paying. This is free. So many free options on this thing.
That's really great.
Yeah, they're excellent. They're excellent. I'm loving this. Entertainment, you click on the entertainment button. Oh wait, this is workouts. This is stages, but there's a media button, and this is, I think this is the, yeah, this is the entertainment. You can connect to HBO, YouTube, Prime, all this stuff while you're biking. How crazy is that?
And they have Zwift.
And they have Zwift integration. Yeah, you download Zwift. I think Zwift you have to pay for separately. It's separate from Speediance. I've used Zwift in the past, but yeah, you can be biking with other people. So yeah, you could be biking with other people and stuff like that. It's really, really cool.
That's great.
Honey, you look really into it.